Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to unpack some truly fascinating source material all about Bija mantras. We're going to explore exactly how these mysterious, ancient syllables act as incredibly powerful tools for profound internal transformation. It's a great topic, so let's get into it. So, just to give you a quick roadmap of where we're headed today, we'll be covering 1. The mystery of seed syllables, 2. The power of vibration, 3. Planets and cosmic blueprints, 4. Destiny and lunar constellations, 5. Mantras as spiritual remedies, and finally, number 6, transformation over translation. All right, let's jump right into section 1, the mystery of seed syllables and how they go way beyond ordinary language. Think about it. We use ordinary words every single day, right? We use them to communicate ideas, express our emotions, and pass along literal meanings to one another. But Bija mantras, they completely bypass language. Instead of describing an object or a feeling, they function purely as concentrated cosmic vibrations and rhythms. The source material really emphasizes this. A Bija mantra is not a sentence. It's a direct reflection of a specific cosmic principle. The Sanskrit word bija literally translates to seed. And if you think about a physical seed, it seems tiny, unassuming, really simple, right? But it silently holds the complete hidden blueprint and the absolute potential of a massive, complex structure. It's literally like how a tiny little acorn holds an entire giant oak tree inside it. In this astrological context, a single syllable holds the essence of an enormous cosmic energy, just waiting to unfold. That's exactly why you can't just directly translate sounds like om, hreem, shreem, or kleem. I mean, you can't go look them up in a standard dictionary and find a neat modern equivalent. Their profound value lies strictly in their pronunciation, their rhythm, the specific breath required to produce them, and of course, the repetition. Our consciousness actually responds to patterns of vibration. So the sound itself is the practice. The vibration literally is the message. Okay, moving right along to section 2, the power of vibration, also known as Nada Brahma. Now, the absolutely crucial point here is this concept of Nada Brahma. This is an ancient philosophical teaching that tells us creation itself originates through sound. It's a worldview suggesting that all of existence first emerged as a subtle vibration, way before it ever took on any physical, visible form. Because of this, absolutely everything in nature, whether we're talking about a massive planet, a human being, or just a basic element, carries its own unique foundational frequency. And this simplicity, it's highly intentional. A seed syllable is perfectly designed to direct your mind straight toward a pure, archetypal principle, totally bypassing all the clutter and distraction of everyday language. By repeating these condensed expressions of the universe's foundational frequencies, you're actually attuning your own consciousness to natural, universal rhythms. It's kind of like tuning an instrument. Let's dive into section 3, planets and cosmic blueprints, grahas and consciousness. In this system, every planet or graha expresses a unique dimension of human consciousness. For example, the sun symbolizes purpose, confidence, and vitality. The moon, that reflects our emotions, intuition, and memory. Then you have Mars for courage and determination, Mercury for learning, Jupiter expanding our wisdom and faith, Venus for harmony, Saturn developing patience through immense responsibility, Rahu dealing with worldly desire, and finally Ketu, which encourages detachment and spiritual awakening. Bija mantras are traditionally associated with these specific planetary principles. So instead of just passively hoping for good luck, a practitioner uses these syllables to symbolically attune their own mind to qualities like Jupiter's wisdom or Saturn's patience. Which brings us to section 4, destiny and lunar constellations, or the nakshatras. 27. That is the exact number of nakshatras or lunar constellations in Vedic astrology. And our source material notes something really fascinating. Each of these 27 constellations is traditionally linked to very particular syllables. Because the moon was occupying one specific nakshatra at the exact time you were born, these specific sounds are believed to resonate naturally with your own unique karmic pattern. So sound, destiny, and consciousness aren't separate things at all. They're entirely interconnected parts of the exact same cosmic order. Now, in the astrological view of karma, reality doesn't just spontaneously happen out of nowhere. It's a process. It starts out as a subtle pattern, right? A vibration, a seed. From there, it unfolds into our thoughts and our emotions, and only then does it finally manifest into a visible physical life event or action. So chanting a seed mantra is essentially viewed as returning your attention to that original source, that subtle underlying pattern, rather than getting hopelessly lost reacting to the external events. Let's head into Section 5, Mantras as Spiritual Remedies and Reshaping Awareness. When we're faced with really turbulent times or challenging planetary influences, it prompts a deeply fascinating question, one a lot of people have pondered over the centuries. Can chanting a single, simple sound actually alter your destiny? While the texts reveal that mantras are not magical formulas, they aren't meant to just magically cancel your karma or make your external difficulties vanish into thin air. Instead, they are spiritual remedies. They're disciplines meant to completely reshape your inner awareness. For instance, the external circumstances of a really difficult Saturn period might not vanish at all, but through focused practice, your inner response slowly changes. You cultivate a completely new response to life, effectively turning that tough period into a masterclass in patience. Finally, let's wrap things up with Section 6, Transformation over Translation, the Universal Key. This concept goes way beyond just Vedic traditions. Using sacred sounds, repetitive chants, and short devotional syllables. That's something shared across Buddhist, Tantric, and so many other spiritual paths all over the globe. Diverse cultures completely independently discovered these very similar sacred vibrations. And they did so because they were all using different spiritual languages to describe the exact same human search for inner alignment. Ultimately, astrology interprets these seed syllables as symbolic keys meant to open awareness, rather than literal sentences to be read. There's a beautiful idea from the source material that says, the mantra does not simply seek to change the world outside. It first seeks to awaken the universe that already exists within. True, profound change always begins invisibly within our own consciousness, long before it ever shapes our physical reality, our relationships, or our achievements. Just like a seed, it has to silently grow beneath the soil before you ever see the plant. So the question I want to leave you with today is this. When you look at your own life and the unique challenges you face, what universe are you first trying to awaken within yourself? Thank you so much for exploring the source material with me today.